Hello and welcome to Sew with Christine. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how to calculate and sew a bust pleat skirt. I will be explaining the simplest and fastest method to calculating the bust pleats. I have with me here there's 2 yards of vintage fabric. Now when you want to make a bust pleat skirt, you can use any fabric of your choice. Also note that I won't be using up the entire 2 yards. For us to calculate the bust pleats, you will need your waist circumference. The waist circumference I'm working with is 33 inches. So you're going to multiply your waist circumference by 3. Then you will add 2 inches for the zipper allowance. So I'm going to write seam allowance here, which is SA. Now, like I said, the waist circumference is 33 inches. 33 inches multiplied by 3, that is 99 inches. Then I'm going to add the 2 inches for the zipper allowance. That gives 101 inches. So this is the value that we'll be cutting out for this skirt. This is to help you know the total amount of fabric that you would use by the time you want to make your skirt. Next, the length for this skirt is 20 inches. That is from your waist to where you want the skirt to end. Now it's time for us to cut our fabric, and this top part is where you measure your yards. This is the yardage area. On this yardage area, I'm going to take the length of the skirt. I have the length here at 20 inches. So you're going to measure your length on the yardage area like this. Next, you're going to determine how many inches you want to use up for your waistband. For this tutorial, I'm making use of 2.5 inches for the waistband. So you're going to place whatever inches you're using for your waistband at the tip of this fabric this way, and next you're just going to mark down the length. So I'm going to mark down 20 inches here. Then I'm going to add 1.5 inches for the seam allowance. I'm going to give ½ inch from the 1.5 inches to the top part of the skirt. Then the remaining 1 inch will be used for the hem allowance. Hope this is clear. Now I'm going to notch this area that I have marked. Then I'm going to divide this fabric. So this is the yardage area where we have the length of the skirts. Now let's take the width, that is the area that we want to use for the waist. Since this is a vintage fabric, we are going to get about 60 to 62 inches. So upon measuring this, I arrived at 62 inches. But note that the width we have here is 101 inches. And this fabric is giving us 62 inches. That means we'll have to cut extra from these parts. So I've gone ahead to cut out the extra, and this is the measurement now. Next, I'm going to bring in the first one that I cut and place them right side facing right side. Now I will just go ahead and stitch this area up. So I've joined both fabrics together and you can see what they look like. The next that you're going to do now is to fold this into 2 and get the midpoint. So once you get the midpoint of the fabric, you're just going to notch that area. After notching, you're going to keep your fabric aside, so we will move on to the next calculation. Now we want to calculate for the width of pleat, how wide you want each pleat to be. We have the waist measurement to be 33 inches. Next, I'm going to write width of pleat. The next one I'm going to write is number of pleats, that is the total number of pleats you want for the skirt. So this is up to you. This is where you're going to determine the total number you want for your pleats. For this skirt, I want 10 pleats. So you can decide to use 8, you can decide to use 6, you can decide to use 12, depending on you. So I'm going to use 10 for this. Now, if you look at what we have here, we already have the total number of pleats, which is 10, and we have the waist circumference, but we don't have the width of pleats. So what you are going to do is you're going to write width of pleats. This is what we are looking for. That is WOP is equal to your waist circumference divided by the number of pleats you want. So that is 33 inches divided by 10. That gives 3.3 inches. So this is now the wideness that you will be getting for each pleat. Now you can see that the values that we need for these skirts are now complete. We have the width of pleats, we have the number of pleats, and we have the waist circumference. So these three values are what we'll be working with in the next few seconds. Alright, from the center here where I have just notched, I'll begin to mark 3.3 inches till I get to the edge of this fabric. So this is how to go about it. The 3.3 inches we got here. Now let's say you have a waist circumference of 28 inches and you want the total number of pleats to be 8. You're going to divide 28 by 8, then you will get 3.5 inches for the width of pleats. So the width of pleats you'll be working with would now be 3.5 inches. So whatever value you get after dividing, just go ahead and mark that value this way till you get to the edge of your fabric, just the same way I am doing. Alright guys, I am done marking this and this is what it looks like. Now we'll start pinning this up. So you're going to pick the first area you marked, fold it in this way to form a pleat and pin that to the center where the notch is. Afterwards, you're going to pick the next mark and place this the opposite way. Afterwards, you are going to pin that area down. Also, you will pin the inner fold so that everything is sitting well at the waistline. So this is just how you will keep pinning. You pin this way and you will pin that way. You pin this way, you're going to pin that way. All you have to do is to pick the marked points, fold the fabric inward this way, and use your pin to hold them down. Pick the other area and fold to the opposite direction. Afterwards, pin. Don't forget to pin the inner fold. You want everything to be sitting properly and well relaxed when you want to stitch the waist area. So you can see the way I'm pinning each of the pleats and folds. So as you pin along, you discover that your box pleat is forming and you can see this has formed pretty nice. So coming to this last part, I'm just going to mark the 3.3 inches here and you can see I have an excess of 0.25 inch that is being added to the zipper allowance. So if you have yours this way, you can just trim that out or you can leave it that way if you wish. So I'm just going to fold that in and use my pin to hold that area down. Alright, I will count this so you can see. I have 5 pleats here. Just like I said, I want 10 in total. So I'm done with half parts of the skirt and this is giving me 5 pleats. So I'm going to measure this now and you can see I have 16.5 inches. Of course, the waist circumference is 33 inches divided by 2. That gives 16.5 inches. Mind you, I have folded the zipper allowance inward, so what we have is just the exact waist measurements. Hope that is clear. So on this side as well, the same thing we did for the first side, you're going to repeat for this side. You're just going to mark the value you got till you get to the edge of the fabric. And getting to the edge, I also have 0.25 inches, quarter of an inch excess there. So I will just fold that inward and pin the zipper allowance. Next, I will come to the center here and fold the fabric towards the center where I have the notch and I'll pin that area down. I'll pick the next mark and I'm just going to pin the way I explained for the first half. So guys, this is how to make your bust pleat. You can see this is actually very simple. If you put your mind to understanding how to do the calculations, I can tell you can do this for anybody, for any waist size. It is very simple and very easy to do. So with this calculation, you know the amount of fabric that you will use up for the bust pleats, the width of pleats you want to work with, and the total number of pleats. Alright, after pinning, I'll go ahead now and stitch the waistline so that I can take out my pins. And this is it guys, I am done stitching the waistline. While I stitched, I removed the pin from the zipper allowance. I don't want to stitch that part in, so you can see that part is hanging free. When you're stitching yours, ensure you don't stitch the zipper allowance. You should take out your pins from the zipper allowance before you stitch. the waistline. Now it's time for the waistband. The length of the waistband is 6 inches. Remember, we are working with 2.5 inches to complete the length of the skirt. So multiply by 2 since the band will be on fold, that is 5 inches. Now you're just going to add 1 inch for the allowance, that gives 6 inches. So whatever length of band you're using, remember to add your same allowance. Next, the width of the waistband, that is the one that goes around your waist, is 33 inches plus 2 inches for the zipper allowance, that gives 35 inches. Now you are going to iron your stay onto one part of the band, that is the half part of the band. Afterwards, you are going to fold in half-inch seam allowance inward this way on one part, just on one part. Afterwards, you're going to fold your band into two. See the way this is placed. Now get a pen and begin to draw a line. This is going to help you get a very neat finishing by the time you're done fixing your waistband. Draw the straight line down to the edge of this fabric. Now we are done with this. Next, you're going to fold this in two so we get the midpoint. After that, you're going to notch the area that is not folded in. While the part that is folded in, you are going to use your pin to indicate the middle part to show that that area is the middle part, or you can use your chalk to indicate that area. Next, bring in the skirt now, then place the band right side facing right side onto this. You're going to place this in a way that the folded part is away from the skirt. You are working with the part that's the part of the band that does not have its seam allowance folded in. So I'll go ahead now and pin after matching up the center of the band to that of the skirt. So take your time now to pin this from the center to one end, then continue on the other half of the skirt. After pinning, I'm going to run my stitch on this area. And here we are. I am done stitching the band to the skirt, that is one part of the band. Next is for us to fix the zipper to the skirt. For this, I'm working with an invisible zipper. So you can use the ordinary zipper if you want to. Now unfold, I'll go ahead now to measure this. I have this at 17.5 inches. The reason is because the seam allowance is added to it, which is 1 inch. So now I'll go ahead now and mark the zipper allowance of 1 inch. After marking, I will connect them. So you're going to fold your band in this way because the zipper would not start from the inner part of the skirt. Next, I'm going to mark where I want the stitches to end on the zipper. I'll come to this side of the fabric, see the band is folded in, and I'll begin to mark 1 inch zipper allowance. Now it's time for us to sew the zipper. So I'm going to place the zipper on the mid part of the band where you have the crease line. That is where I'm going to place the zipper. Then I would sew this way. I'm making my first stitch. This first stitch is just to hold the zipper in place. After stitching this area, I'm going to fix the other zipper leg onto this part of the skirt. You can see I'm using my normal presser foot for this. So once I get to where I want the stitches to end, I'm going to cut out the thread and change the presser foot. So this is the presser foot that I'll be using for the invisible zipper. This is what it looks like. Now, if you do not have a presser foot and you want to use an invisible zipper, I have a tutorial where you can make use of hand stitching method to fix an invisible zipper. So if you haven't seen that yet, you may want to check my page to see how to go about that. So now with this zipper foot, you're going to get the results that you want. All I have to do now is to stitch very close to the zipper teeth. Now I'm done with this side. I will just start stitching this next part from the bottom and work my way through to the top parts. So this is it. We are done fixing the zipper. Next is for us to close the band. So fold your band inward this way, right side facing right side. You can see the folded seam allowance is still the way it is. So that is how it's gonna be. Just use your pin to hold them in place this way. Afterwards, you're going to stitch the bands together. So I'm going to stitch this up. Now this stitch does not really need to get to the zipper teeth. Stitch this very close to it, but not exactly where you made the first stitch. After stitching, I will turn this in this way so you can see what it looks like. Guys, see how neat this came out. I'm showing you this process, so if you want to fix yours, you would know how to go about it. I'm going to place this down like so, and I'm going to stitch from the top to where the band stops. So guys, if you want to add lining to your skirts, it's all good and fine. You can add lining to your skirt by stitching the lining to the seam allowance that you have on the band, the one that was folded in. So it's just as simple as that. The zipper is done, and this is what it looks like. You can see the waistband where we have the joining, that part is matching up. Now this is what the inside looks like, all neat and good. So the next that we are going to do now is to pin this band down so that we can stitch it up. So this area where I pinned the part that indicates it's the middle, I'm going to match this part up to the notch area of the skirt and pin them down. Then I'm going to do this pinning all around this band. And this is it. I am done pinning this band. So we are going to be stitching this up very soon. But before we stitch up the band, I want to first take out the stitches we made on the zipper. Now you can leave yours if you want to, but I prefer to take mine out. I'm just going to pull the thread, that is the stitches I made while making use of the regular presser foot. It's the one I said I needed to do to help keep the zipper in place. So I will just take that thread off. After taking that off, I'm going to completely close off the center back, the area after the zipper. So set your needle in place, carefully do this. Afterwards, just stitch downward to the hem. Now we are done with the center back. Here is what it looks like. The next we are going to do now is to stitch the waistband. So just carefully stitch this from one end through to the other end. And guys, we are done stitching these skirts. So this is what it looks like. This is the outcome of the skirts. Now the good thing is, with this knowledge, you can be able to make a gown with bust pleats and also make a skirt with bust pleats. Whatever you want to make that has a bust pleats, you'll be confident enough to do that. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope to see you in my next video.